What's up, guys? I'm sorry for my inconsistent upload schedule lately. We got hit by a really big storm a couple days ago and my internet went out, but it's back today and I'm ready to upload, and we got a hot topic today to talk about, guys. Defensive options in Dragon Ball FighterZ. So I do a poll on my Patreon, patreon.com/jamcrofts. Every month, my supporters can vote on a topic they would like to see for a video. And the winner of this topic was tips on defense in Dragon Ball FighterZ. And really, this is just an excuse for me to throw out some hot takes, maybe get people riled up. I have some opinions. It seems like defensive options in Dragon Ball FighterZ is something that a lot of people have opinions on, for better or for worse. It seems like a lot of people just kind of run with this idea that Dragon Ball FighterZ needs more defensive options. I think part of it is that, like, if you watch tournament matches, or if you just play the game, there's a lot of blocking. There is a lot of blocking in Dragon Ball FighterZ. It's just the nature of the game. It's how they designed it, and people tend to not like to block, I've noticed. I saw this exchange on Twitter, you know, with Alukard and Rath, really great Dragon Ball FighterZ player. You should totally follow him if you're not already. You know, basically complaining about this sentiment that a lot of players have, that the game needs more or better defensive options. And then this reply from Rath, who you should totally also follow, where basically for many players, defensive options basically means an option that makes me not have to defend. And I kind of agree with that notion. It's a little harsh, obviously. It's a little rough on these players, but I do think that a lot of people, they just don't like blocking. They don't like to be put in a situation where their reactions are going to be tested, but the long and short of it is that's how this game works, right? A core tenet of Dragon Ball FighterZ, it seems like something that they have designed the game around from the beginning, is there are very, very few truly unreactable mix-ups. Like, throw is reactable in this game. In most 2D fighting games, throw is unreactable. That is not the case in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Every character has an air dash, but like the landing on air dash is slow enough that it's generally really hard to force an air dash mix-up that is like actually unreactable high-low. Obviously, the way most people do it is like they'll call an assist and then they'll either do like a late air dash or they'll land and go low. But outside of those really canned situations where you get them to block the assist and you have the perfect setup, it's very hard to do unreactable mix in this game. It's just how the game is designed. And I don't really think you can take a game like this where, you know, throw is reactable. All these mix-ups are reactable. If you watch tournament-level matches, it takes like 20 minutes to do a 2 out of 3 because the timer always goes long because so much of the round is spent blocking and one player trying to open the other player up, but the other player can just defend everything. So, like, what would happen if we added push block to this game, like Marvel has? What would happen? Like, it's just going to get way, way harder to open people up, because now, instead of, you know, sitting there blocking stuff forever, you know, until you eventually get opened up, instead, you're just going to block one hit and then push block them away, and how are you ever going to open anyone up again? So, it's a little bit ridiculous to me when people say stuff like put push block in FighterZ. Like, don't get me wrong, do I think that there is a version of FighterZ out there where mix-ups are way stronger and then they can add push block to counterbalance that? Like, do I think that version of the game could be really fun? Like, for sure. I love Marvel. I love Skullgirls. These are games with insane mix-ups. Anytime you block an assist in one of those games, you are going to eat like a 4-way high-low cross-up throw mix-up. And I think it would be cool to have stuff like that in FighterZ, but that's clearly not the game they wanted to make. They did not want to make Marvel, even though this game does borrow a lot of elements from that game. So I think we just need to engage with the game that exists and not with a hypothetical version of the game that we can imagine in our mind. This is the game we got, and I don't see much point in, you know, complaining about, well, if this game had good defensive options, then I'd be good to go. No, this is the game the way it is, and you gotta get good at it if you want to win. That's the long and short of it. And, like, also, don't pretend like, if this game had Skullgirls mix-ups, everybody who's complaining about no defensive options would be complaining about getting mixed. If you could mix someone up by, like, doing this and it's a pure 50-50, people would complain about that. If there were unreactable throws that you get a combo off of, like there are in Marvel and Skullgirls, if there are like, you know, tri-jumps or instant overheads and cross-ups and stuff that are hard to react to, like exist in spades in Marvel and Skullgirls and other games like that, a lot of people would complain about that too. So the grass is always greener. I think even though maybe personally I would prefer if mix-up was stronger and then they could buff defensive options to counteract that buff and offense, I think that would be cool, but listen, that's not what we're working with. Let's talk about Dragon Ball FighterZ as it exists now. So let's say you actually do want to get good at defense. You don't want to be Pringles. You don't want to get opened up for no reason. How are you actually going to practice and get better at that? Well, thankfully, this game's training mode makes it pretty easy. They do a great job with letting you practice defense in training mode. The way you're going to want to do it is with these recording slots. These are really, really handy. So we're going to record on slot number 1. How about we record that, okay? And then when we hit playback, he's going to do that. Let's go into slot number 2 here. And we're going to record this. So now all of a sudden, we're practicing high-low blocking. Make sure you go in and you set it to playback method repeat randomly. So now we're testing our high-low blocking. Just default to blocking low and then try to react to the 6M. This won't be too hard. 6M is not the hardest move to react to, although of course I still get opened up by it constantly. See, like right there. So this is the first layer. Get good at this, first of all. And then you can start adding more and more stuff here. Like let's add in slot 3 here. We're going to add a throw mix. And so now it's like, now this is going to be way harder to defend against because we have to block the high-low. And we have to tech the throw, so you can keep adding layers on like that. And this is fantastic for practicing against character-specific stuff as well. So like with Yamcha, you know, 5H into light, that's a frame trap. Put that on slot 1. Slot 2, we'll put 5H into throw. Make sure that we leave a nice little frame gap at the end there so that our recordings can loop nicely. And then in slot 3, we'll like add him doing cross-up or something. And so now all of a sudden, we've got a pretty difficult to deal with AI bot here. It's going to be really hard to consistently tech this throw or block this cross-up. Even though every single aspect of this mix-up is reactable, it's not easy. But like if you look at the top players, they're reacting to this. They have this grinded out and they have, you know, the years of practice learning against stuff like this. So if you want to be able to do well, this is the kind of stuff you need to be able to defend against. This is really great against command throw characters too. You can do, you know, whatever kind of tick into throw setup you want. And then in another slot, we'll just do like a block string or something. Slot 3, we'll do normal throw just to make this like way too hard. And so yeah, this is going to be really hard, but I promise just practicing this just a little bit, you know, maybe like 5 minutes every time you boot up the game, you're going to get way better on defense, and it's going to make a huge difference. So now that we've, you know, put in the barest minimum of practicing against the dummy, how about we hop online and we're going to do a fun exercise. We're going to play a player match. I'm not going to play ranked. And our goal is not going to be to win. Our goal is going to be to defend as long as possible without getting opened up. So let's see how well we're able to do that online, guys. All right, boys, let's see what we can do here. Again, the goal is not necessarily to win. The goal is simply to defend ourselves as effectively as possible. And already I got opened up by the throw, so that's not great. Again, even though throw is reactable, it is going to take practice. Goichi didn't get to be Goichi without a little bit of grinding, okay? So, you know, we got a hit. I'm not just going to completely play passively, but anytime where I actually am in a defensive position, we're just going to focus on blocking, okay? All right, doing pretty good here. And look, it's like he just gave up. It's like he just gave away his offense. Maybe he thinks I'm trolling or something. Is this trolling? I don't really feel like this is trolling. Maybe he's just confused by the fact that I'm not fighting back, but like you can see, people kind of run out of options pretty quickly. Okay, nice command throw. See, now that we're fighting base, this is going to be another sort of idea that we're going to have to defend against. Alright, let's see if we can go on the defensive again. Ooh, Rock Hyoken. Alright, come on, mix me. He's not using the command throw very well in block strings. I would be getting opened up by command throw for sure if he was actually ticking with it properly, but alright, last character here. Like, you can see, online players, man. Online players, when they can't open you up, they just panic. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna open me up? You're gonna have to throw eventually, right? Oh, he did throw. Guys, I was too slow on the break. I was too slow. Listen, I'm not gonna blame online. You guys can't see behind my head, it says 3 frames. I'm not gonna blame online. That was all me. That was all me, but it's fine. I'm still defending myself. I refuse. I refuse to get opened up. Look, see, break the throw. We missed the break again. It's hard, guys. This is why you have to practice it. This is why you have to practice. This is why Goichi and Sonic Fox are out there winning Evo, and I'm not. All right, let's keep blocking. Keep blocking. I want to at least break 1 or 2 more throws. See, okay, there's one. Let's go for 1 more throw break, and then I'm actually gonna fight this guy. So you can see, like, oh, I guess he's done. Okay, listen, I'm sorry to my opponent if this feels like trolling. This is honestly just an improvement exercise. I hope my opponent doesn't feel like I'm trolling him or anything. I'm sincerely, literally just trying to block and see if I can stop myself from getting opened up. So, should be able to finish him here. Let's bait Spark. Oh, we got opened up. Okay, it's fine. Now this is good because now we have a chance to practice defending against Spark. Characters are much harder to block during Spark, so this is a good opportunity. I'll eat the level 5 and immediately get opened up. I tried to jump. Don't try to jump when you're blocking, guys. That's not a good defensive option. Alright, we broke the throw. We broke the throw. Alright. Oh, we got opened up! This is how I lose! Never mind. Salvaged. Okay, listen. Hopefully I don't come off of this looking like a giant jerk. I promise. I'm not trolling. I'm just practicing defense. And this is honestly a pretty good way to do it, especially like if you're playing a match where you don't really care about the outcome, whether it's like you're fighting someone who's like way above your level, so you're like, well, I'm probably going to lose anyway. May as well use it as an opportunity to practice defense. Or if you're playing with a friend, this is a great thing to practice. Just be like, hey, bro, just try to open me up, and I'm just going to defend as long as I can. That can be really helpful. Or, you know, whatever. I think it's useful. Hopefully, this was a fun exercise for you guys. I hope that my words weren't too harsh. I was having a little bit of fun earlier. But I really do think that as this game stands right now, it does not need more defensive options. If anything, it needs more offensive options. And you just have to work with what you have in this game, practice your defense, get there, and you won't be getting opened up quite to the degree that a lot of people online are. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you found the video enjoyable and informative, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.